Hey, what's up everybody? We're going to try something new today. We're going to do a little cooking recipe. So anyway, I got a friend that lives in Chiang Mai, Thailand, and I'll call her on the phone sometimes and she's just laughing, and I see all her and her other friends are just laughing their asses off, having a good old time. I'm like, what the hell are y'all laughing about? And she tells me that she makes the soup with marijuana in it, and it's chicken. It's like a Thai chicken recipe. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna try this recipe out, and it's called Tom Kai Bai Cha, which basically stands for hot and sour chicken soup, and the cha part is the weed part. So, but since we're trying to keep this legal, and marijuana is legal in the state of Minnesota, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use a little CBD leaf instead. So, but for those of you where it is legal, feel free to put your favorite strain of marijuana in this recipe. All right, cheers. Alrighty, so for this operation you're gonna need a few things. Went to the local Asian market because your local grocery store may not carry some of these items. And if not, you can improvise. So basically what this is, it's chicken soup. First thing you're gonna need is a chicken. So over here, we got a whole chicken. I went to our local Asian market, had the butcher cut it up for me. You're gonna wanna have that chicken in kind of small, you know, kind of like bite-sized 2-inch, 1-inch chunks and stuff. You're gonna need some lemongrass. Lemongrass is very important. Just cut them off right there and just beat them in. Just throw that right in there. It doesn't need to be. This soup is really easy. You don't need to dice anything or get too fancy, you know, like with your culinary skills. Anyway, then we're gonna have some garlic. So one of the recipes I looked at online asked for some garlic. This recipe, or didn't ask for garlic. This one does. Then we're gonna have a little, what do we got here? We got salt. We got a tablespoon of salt. You're gonna need a tablespoon of salt. You're gonna need a tablespoon of MSG if you're not afraid of that stuff. This recipe calls for a tablespoon of MSG. You're gonna need a heaping tablespoon of your favorite chicken flavoring. This is like a Latino brand chicken flavoring we got at the local market. You're gonna need about 10 Thai chilies or bird chilies. If you can't get those in your local market, jalapenos will suffice. You're gonna need some fish sauce, about a tablespoon of fish sauce. And my friend, when she talks about putting the herb in there, she motions like this. So I don't really know the measurements. I got like, I don't know, it was like 1/8 of CBD here. That's about how much I'm putting in. You can put however much you want in, I'm sure. It doesn't matter. Look how sweaty I am. All right, a couple more things we're gonna need. We're gonna need some galangal. This is like Southeast Asian, like Thai ginger. It's just like a more gingery ginger. If you can't find galangal, you can certainly use ginger. This is called Kayang. It's a Southeast Asian herb. It's got like a really lemony kind of flavor. Also for this, you're gonna need kaffir lime leaves. These are kind of a weird fancy ingredient that are hard to find. You can find them in your Asian market. And then we're gonna make rice with this, and with the rice, we got some basil from the garden. We're just gonna chop up some basil and just put it in, or Thai basil, yeah. And put that in with it as well. So that's pretty much all you need. We're gonna get started. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot a couple more things. Tomato. Put tomato in at the end, and onion too for taste. This is optional, this is not optional, so it's up to you. Let's go. I want to use about half of this galangal. I don't know.
I almost read it back.
You just want to take all your herbs and just smash them up. You don't need to like chop everything fine and go. This is just pretty much just like thrown together, pretty, nothing too fancy here. Just a couple onions, nothing too crazy. A lot of this I'm just kind of guesstimating. You can just kind of put what you want in. Usually do one part of this, one part of that, one part of this. Don't need to go too overboard on any of the ingredients and you should be fine. I am by no means a certified chef. I used to work at Hooters and Pizza Hut. That's pretty much my culinary experience. Other than that, cooking at home. Boo! All right, throw everything in. Oh, let's put some Thai chilies. Thai chilies, just remove the stem. Don't need to get too crazy. When you chop these up, if you leave the seeds in, it's gonna be hotter. If you take them out, it's not gonna be as hot. It is hot and sour chicken soup, so we are gonna make it hot. It may burn your butthole on the way out, but hey, we gotta be authentic, right?
You're putting 10 Thai chili in it?
10 Thai chilies. All right, we're gonna cook. Get your heat on. Put maybe, I don't know, 2 tablespoons of oil. Using olive oil.
Right.
We're ready. I'm gonna start cooking. So you got your heat on here. You're gonna need a big old pot like this, to make your something to fit a chicken, and then cover it with big enough to like fill up the water, like cover up the chicken maybe like a ½ inch or anything. So you put your onions in. Put the onions in. Caramelize. Going in there. We'll take our chicken. Get your chicken in there. Throw the whole thing in there. Try not to get the blood in there. I don't know. You can wash the you can soak the chicken if you want. Like usually like a ½ hour. That helps all the blood come out of it. Skim the blood. All the scum off the top of the water if you want. Put the guts in there if you want the guts. I think it's more authentic with the guts. Take your garlic. Put your garlic in. And then we're gonna get our lemongrass. Little lemongrass here. All that goes in. We're gonna take all the lemongrass. Your galangal too. Or ginger, if you don't have galangal, ginger will suffice. Leave your herbs till the very end here. Then we're gonna get our Thai chilies. Put those bad boys in. Or bad girls. Whatever you want. Don't want these. It's kind of hot. Stir all that stuff around there. Maybe brown your chicken a little bit. Mix in with your aromatics. Leave that in there. Let that go for a minute. Have a beer, smoke a joint, drink a Coke. I don't know. Do something for a minute.
Right now.
Hi there. How's it going? I'm just getting this out for some water. So you're gonna put some water in there. Just cover it up, like cover the chicken over here. Just want to cover it up, maybe like a ½ inch over the top. The chicken is gonna cook down. It's gonna shrink a little bit in the pot, along with your onions and everything else you got in there. Really easy recipe to make. The key is just prep everything first before you start anything. Just chop everything, lay it all out. You can get some fancy little bowls at your little Asian market so it looks all fancy. Lay it all out in front of you, get all the measurements. and then begin. That way you're not gonna screw up, you know? Just make sure you got everything timed out. Set a timer if you want. This takes probably about a half hour, I'm guessing. Tom Kai Bai Cha. That's how you say it. Tom Kai Bai Cha. Also at this point, once you got your water in there, then you're gonna want to add like your spices. So you're gonna want to take your tablespoon of MSG, dump that bad boy in there. You're gonna want to take your tablespoon of salt, dump that bad boy in there. Then you're gonna want to take your tablespoon of fish sauce. My fish sauce is a little brown. Usually the lighter the color, the fresher. This is just a little past like normal, but it's still good. I've been eating it, so it's fine. Tablespoon of fish sauce, boom. Then, the final ingredient. My friend, even though you got a chicken soup, you know, and everything, it said to add chicken powder. I just put like a big heaping tablespoon of chicken powder of your choice, whatever, it doesn't matter. Throw that bad boy in there. Stir this all around. You get your salt and your chicken deliciousness all mixed in there good. And look at that. It's kind of looking weird right now, but it'll look pretty good in a while. So we're gonna put a lid on that.
Put a lid on it.
Check that, yeah, put a lid on it. Put a lid down on it and everything will be all right. We'll check back in about 20 minutes. Keep it on low. Boom. Low and slow. That's the tempo. All right, let's finish up this dish. We got our herbs here. Our chicken is just about done over here. It's kind of moving in there. You can't really see, but there's some bubbling going on. If you look at the chicken, you can see it's more or less cooked through. It's been in there about 20 minutes, just steeping, you know. And then I, browned it on the outside. So, first what we're gonna do, we're gonna add our Bubba Kush CBD, or the smokable of your choice. Just kind of throw that in there. You know, I really should have just crushed that up, but I didn't, but whatever. It's in there now, it's too late. Maybe it'll just break up. We're gonna throw our kaffir lime leaves in. You can kind of crush those up if you want to get the oils out, the kind of essential oils. And then we're gonna put in our cayenne. It's our lemony herb there. Just throw all that in there. Boom, boom, boom. Get that. Get our tomatoes. Get our tomatoes in there. Get the tomatoes. Throw the tomatoes in there. All right, got the tomatoes, we got the herbs, we got the weed, CBD, we got the kaffir lime and the cayenne. You just kind of stir that all in. Make sure everything's all covered up. And then what we're gonna do, put the lid back on and let that cook for like another 5 minutes or so, just to get those herbs soft. I'm also going to cook about 2 cups of rice with this as well, you know. Rice of your choice. I'm using jasmine. It's up to you. Doesn't matter. Just something to serve with a chicken soup. All right. Chop up some basil. And here we have a finished product. There we are. Tom Kai Bai Cha. Hot and sour chicken soup with cannabis, if you so choose. This can also be made cannabis free if you like. Serve it up with a bowl and with a little bit of rice. Put some basil in there, salt and pepper. Garnish with a little lime. You're all set. All right.